We are celebrating now is the fact that Trinidad and Tobago has been selected for the Special Olympics Regional Beach Games 2024, the first to happen. Joining us this morning in studio is Ferdinand Bibby, who is the National Director of the Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Ferdinand, and welcome.
Good morning, and pleased to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show. Thank you for joining us. Let's get straight into how Trinidad and Tobago was selected. Was there an application process? What happened?
Well, I would want to say it's natural selection because actually the concept of the beach games came out of a Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago athlete, Kester Edwards, who now works at Special Olympics International. So he came up with the idea, and Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago since 2016 has been pushing the concept of beach games. And we actually are the only Special Olympics program worldwide that stage a annual multi-sport beach games. So it was only natural that we be selected.
Wonderful to hear. Now, as you mentioned, from 2016 to now, so you've been pushing for, let's say, 8 years because it's happening this year. But when did Kester first birth the idea? Do you know?
Right. It actually would have been sometime around 2015. Kester is a phenomenon because he would have introduced open water swim to Special Olympics as a competition sport. And after getting that, his next thought was, why not beach games? Because according to him, we in the Caribbean, we normally, when we go to the beach, play football, play cricket, play all type of sports. So it was only natural that we should try to push it. So listening to our athlete as we attended to, we came back home and started working on it, and 2016 was our first trial, and we have built on that since to what we have today.
Now, all these years in the making, and it's finally happening this month. I know it's the 8th and the 10th of November, but it's not just happening here, of course, in Trinidad. It's also happening in Tobago. So let's speak about the venues.
Right. Well, we have a full schedule because we in Special Olympic boast that while we do sport, we do more than that. We also look after the development of the athlete and the families of the athlete. So our schedule involves both sports as well as some special events that we speak about. So at the Maracas Beach on Saturday and Sunday, we will have the sports of beach bocce, beach football, as well as beach cricket.
What was the first that you mentioned?
Bocce.
And what is beach bocce?
Well, that's our pillar. We always tell people, come to the games and you will actually see. But it's really a sport, something like bowling, where you have a target ball that is rolled out, and then each person has 4 balls and the goal is to try to get as close to that target ball as possible. But I don't do the game justice by explaining, so that's your invitation to come to the games. In Tobago, we have 2 venues. At the Buko Beach facility, on the Saturday, we will have open water swim. And on the Sunday, we will have the aquathlon, which is a swim and a run. And then at the Colon Beach Sports Arena, which is the new built-for-purpose facility, we will have beach volleyball both on Saturday and on Sunday.
Now, you've spoken about the sports, but there are also some special events that are taking place as well.
Yes. And from the Friday, we will have healthy athlete screening at the Radisson Hotel. The healthy athlete screening is just a way of checking the athletes because it has been found that there are athletes with underlying health issues. So we will be doing vision screening, dental screening, as well as a health promotion where we will be checking for cholesterol, blood pressure, and giving them tips on nutrition, etc. Right, so that takes place Friday and Saturday at the Lions. At Millfleur, we are also targeting the families. So at Millfleur's on Saturday morning, we'll have a family health forum where the families of the athletes will come together and discuss health issues, diabetes, nutrition, as well as the mental health issue. Right? And then on Sunday, we bring them back to speak about how families can contribute to the movement and the benefits of Special Olympics to to families as well as the athletes.
This will be the family engagement workshop,
Yes,
correct?
the family engagement workshop.
Now,
on the
it's
Sunday.
interesting because I see also on the calendar you have a culture night. So how many different countries are going to be represented at the culture night?
We are expecting 13 countries to come. So each of the country, we are inviting them to bring a little of your country. Come and let us know what your country is famous for, what happens in your country, what might be your national wear, your song, dance. So because Special Olympics is more than just going and competing. It's also socializing and engineering a whole spirit among the athletes. Athletes make friends that live on throughout, even when they go on from competing.
Definitely, they do. That is for sure. So I know it's 130 athletes, 70 coaches, 6 sports, 13 countries being represented, 2 venues. Yes. But also, I know there are some volunteers who are taking place. How many volunteers?
Yeah, well, we couldn't do the program without volunteers, because I myself is classified as a volunteer. So we are expecting over 250 volunteers to make the program happen, both in Trinidad as well as in Tobago.
Oh, there's so much that has gone into this, just hearing from, inception to now being able to stand here and have this take place. Absolutely amazing. I know also, of course, as you mentioned, family is very important in this as well. And there was mention of family coordinators. What exactly are family coordinators?
The rules of Special Olympics, the governing rules, is that each board of Special Olympics must have 2 key persons, okay. An athlete to be the voice, as well as a family member of an athlete. So family coordinators naturally their role is to include other families, engage other families in being part of it. Something like PTA in the regular school system.
Now, and also another critical part, of course, of these National Beach Games, which I just saw the theme is making waves.
Yes.
That's very, very cool. Are the partners who are involved, I guess corporate sponsors as well? Anybody you would like to thank? Yes,
well, the Ministry of Sport, obviously, has always been our major sponsor, but we have also had the Ministry of Health that would be assisting in the health aspect. We have the Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport of the Assembly. We have our major sponsor, Digicel Foundation, as well as Caribbean Airlines, Blue Waters, National Gas Company. We have Media 22 who would also be assisting us. And we have some foreign sponsors who are targeting the health aspect. The Lions Club International Foundation, as well as local Lions, who are also playing a great part. And then we have the Aruna Abbey Oswald Trust and the Special Olympics Health Committee.
Excellent. Ferdinand, what about the games themselves? Are they open to the public?
Yes, so we are inviting the public to come out on the Friday at the opening ceremony, and especially on the Saturday and Sunday at both venues for the sporting aspect at Maracas, as well as the venues in Tobago. Come and see. We say experiencing transforms. So once you come and you see what the athlete does, you see the capability of the athlete, it removes all the stigmas and misconceptions that we may have of these athletes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Ferdinand. I know you'll have a packed day today and you're going to have a packed weekend as well. So yes. We appreciate you taking all the time, and all the best to all of the athletes.
Yes, and we appreciate and look forward to seeing you come into observe bocce.
Observe, definitely, that's for sure. Ferdinand Bibby, National Director of the Special Olympics Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, joining us this morning. Stay tuned, there's more coming up on the Now Morning Show after this break.